We're doing a video.
Yeah.
We're out on the road. We're about to go see one of our clients. We have a call in 30 minutes. We were going to go for a run, but
I don't.
So we're drinking some awesome green tea. There's this festival park where I have all these like water fountain shit things for the kids. It's really nice. They're building up Castle Rock. So we're in Castle Rock, Colorado. And I feel like every time we go on one of these schleps, we always find shitty things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like concrete shittiness.
Yeah.
And the thing is, concrete's not shitty. You know, we're being very, very picky, and we're doing this to help educate the industry. We came to this place over here, and we're going to go back there, but it brought up this conversation about joints and concrete. And the reason why we use joints in concrete is because concrete will crack. Think about it. The main ingredients in concrete are water and cement. You know, there's also rock and sand and all these fucking chemicals.
Yeah.
But when you add water to cement, it creates this paste. And that paste goes through something called a hydraulic reaction. Not that we need to go into the reaction, but the parent materials, when they combine, as they go through that hydration or curing process, they're going to go through a volume change.
Right.
And we just can't get around that. It's like, you know, people complain about, you know, cement is the world's, you know, one of the world's greatest CO2 emitters when it's produced, and we can't get around that. We take the thing of concrete cracking, there is going to be a volume change. So the way that we control that is we put joints into concrete to control what the cracking is going to happen. And normally those joints need to be a certain percentage of the total thickness of the concrete. So if they're not, your concrete is going to
crack otherwise.
Yeah, it's gonna fucking crack. Like there's no. It's also super important when you put the joint, especially saw cut joints, which we're gonna go look at here. But then there's cast in joints too. Then there's cold joints. What we're gonna go look at right now are saw cut joints. Got here's this nice little water feature, and it looks like they paved the entire thing, or they placed the slab, and then they came back later, snapped some lines, and saw cut some joints. And the saw cut joints is one of those three types of joints that we were talking about. The cast in place, the cold joint, and then the saw cut. And with the saw cut, what you need to do is come back a certain amount of time after the concrete's hardened up, and you literally taking a concrete saw, snapping lines to get straight lines, but just sawing it through. And what we see here, and what you'll see, I'm standing over the worst one, is that one, there's a lot of raveling. And what the raveling means is on every freaking joint, I wouldn't say on every one, but a good portion of them, especially out there, the joints are all what's the word I'm looking for? Just chopped up, they're not clean, they're broken up. And here, you can actually see some exposed aggregate throughout the saw cut. So, I mean, they even tried to repair it with the top coat. Just a poor job, and it could have been somebody who was trying to get through it too quickly, an old blade, or they came out here too late, maybe too early. But saw cutting, it's not an easy endeavor. So please bear in mind, I'm being very, very picky right now. The second thing was that the joints aren't deep enough. After we cleaned out some of the joints, they went down about anywhere from an eighth to a quarter of an inch. Now I don't remember what the ACI or the AST, whatever the freaking code is, but I thought it was around 20% of the slab thickness, somewhere around there. This wasn't even close. Assuming this is a 5-inch thick slab, and there's places over there where it's actually 10 inches, I mean, it's just, again, the joints are done to control crack. And that's the last piece that we're going to talk about, based off of, I don't know, the shittiness of what they did. Is there a nicer way of saying it? The not shittiness? The semi-shittiness. I mean, they just didn't do a great job. So based on that, there are some issues going on, and we're going to go talk about those here. The last thing that we wanted to talk about was why the hell do we care? You know, there's the unfortunate reality that all those saw cut joints, every single linear foot was paid for by somebody. And it was a real purpose behind those saw cut joints. And unfortunately, whoever did it, the time wasn't put into doing it the right way, the right time, with the right equipment, and the saw cut joints didn't do their job. There's random cracking all over the place, and aesthetically it's not pleasing. And you know, there are some fibers in the slab, so the fibers are controlling that cracking to a certain degree. But man, somebody got paid to do a job, they didn't do the job right, and everybody just basically threw money away. It just didn't do its job. So yeah, what we should do in the future is know when to cut the saw joints, or the saw cut joints. Cut them deep enough, get the thickness of the slab, and look at the standards and the guidelines. I mean, they're available for a reason. They cost a little bit of money, but you pay it that one time and you know how to do it right, so you're doing it the best on the block. And in doing so, you make a concrete that looks better, that lasts longer, it's stronger. So yeah, I'm sweating bullets. We're gonna head to the job site. Later.